What's good, y'all boys? I know I haven't posted in a minute, but it's all good. Today's topic is Spider-Man versus Batman. Game versions, though. It's only game versions, nothing else than that. It's not comics, so yeah. This debate topic is still very controversial. Everybody thinks Spider-Man wins. Everybody thinks Batman wins. It's just an on and ongoing thing. Like, if most people that make videos about this don't understand power scaling, but me and my boy Aquaman are actually gonna tell you guys who scales higher in power scaling and in categories and stuff like that. And also, if y'all want to follow my boy Aquaman, I'll just link everything of his socials and stuff down in the description. And yeah, let's finally settle this debate once and for all. Starting off with Electro, actually able to destroy a smokestack, which would take about 15 billion joules of electricity to destroy, which Spider-Man was able to defeat him. And by the way, I calculated 15 billion joules of electricity can do large building level destruction, which will make Spider-Man large building level. We got Spider-Man a large building level, but now I'm going to calculate his reaction speed and his speed in total. So he's able to react to Electro, which he stated to be pure energy. Let me just show you that.
Electro's big pipe dream is to become pure energy.
So Spider-Man would have been moving around Mach 175.948688, which is half the speed of light. These right here are the rest of the calculations, just in case you have any contentions with them. So I'm just gonna show them right here. Alright, we got done with speed. Now on to gadgets. Number one, Spider-Man has a web bomb, which if he throws it, you'll get stuck in his web, or anything around you will get stuck on it. He has something called the concussive blast, which can release sonic waves, which can a sonic blast basically. Also electric web shooters. He also has a spider drone for distractions and find their locations, and then impact web shooter, which releases strong web. Now Spider-Man's durability is insane, as he can tank all these hits from all of the Sinister Six. And remember when I scaled Electro to large building level, with the amount of damage he can do with his electricity? Well, Spider-Man was able to endure all that pain and still be alive. So that will put his durability also at large building level, and his AP at large building level. So that's his durability out of the way. Now I'm pretty much done with my part and stuff like that. Before I take over the Batman parts to my boy Aquaman, the reason we didn't do strength won't matter. What I'm trying to say is Spider-Man lifting 50 tons in this game or something, lifting strength will not matter in a fight. That's what I'm just trying to say. So that's why we did not bring up strength at all and stuff like that. So yeah, enjoy Aquaman's part for Batman.
Now for Arkham Batman, in terms of attack potency, he's able to harm and affect and is blatantly stated and implied to be above Bane, who's not only amped on Venom, but also amped on a whole bunch of other drugs and a whole bunch of other experimental formulas to amp him. The same Bane was able to easily bust through concrete, steel, and stone walls, which were calculated at around 400 million joules or small building level. In addition to that, Batman is also able to tank building level attacks and also survives Arkham blowing up, which is a large building level feat. So he's consistently within that building level to small building level kind of area, putting his yield at around 46 to 50 billion joules. To give even more credence to this, Bane states that after he was beaten by a Titan-enhanced soldier, the only person more destructive and powerful than that soldier was Batman. In addition to that, Batman is also easily above Killer Croc, as he beat him fairly easily in Arkham Origins, and Killer Croc absolutely demolished hallways, doors, and thick steel walls, thick concrete walls, and thick stone walls in Arkham Prison. Blackgate Prison. So once again, easily in that small building to building level kind of range. Now, in terms of speed, people would like to say that Spider-Man would just speed blitz Batman, but in actuality, the speed scaling is very, very similar. Batman was able to be above Catwoman in terms of scaling in speed and agility, and Catwoman was able to successfully dodge an arc of electricity from a security drone. electricity travels standardly within that 5 million to 6 million mile an hour range, which would mean that will put Batman's reaction time and combat speed to that level as well. Probably not combat speed, but reaction time. His combat speed is definitely hypersonic, however, because he's able to dodge bullets and react before bullets can be fired and react after bullets can be fired. And it's consistent too. So if you try to debunk it by saying Batman has outlined feats, most of those feats are before this feat was performed by Catwoman, which was when Batman had his old suit. It's narratively shown that in his new suit he's more fast and agile and has way better mobility and stealth, which would mean that Batman could perform this feat in his newer suit but not necessarily in his older suits, so that wouldn't really debunk anything. And as a matter of fact, in his old suit and new suit, he's able to dodge most conventional weapons like guns, tank missiles, normal missiles, and pretty much anything that's thrown at him. And he has a kind of precognition that's just as good as his spidey sense from a narrative standpoint. So their speed is pretty similar. Lastly, in terms of gadgets besides his batarangs, Batman also has his detective mode, his freeze blaster, his explosive gel, his security and hacking devices, and also an ultra batclaw. In addition to that, he also has his seemingly infinite supply of batarangs and a whole bunch of other unique gadgets that Spider-Man doesn't have. In addition to that, Spider-Man hasn't necessarily shown resistances to cold, and the freeze ray can completely freeze over a human body. So if anything, if Spider-Man tries to web a Batman, Batman can just freeze blast any incoming attacks from Spider-Man via his web shooters, or just freeze the web shooters entirely. So because of the equalized speed factor, it could go either way in that kind of category.
Okay, my boy Aquaman got Batman in power scaling terms to small building level to just building level. But I got Spider-Man to large building level. So in terms of power scaling, at least for now, I gotta say, Spider-Man takes that dub for power scaling. But when it comes to categories, it's a different story. Because number one, we already know that they're equal pretty much in speed, since Batman's also faster than electricity. Not just that, Spider-Man's gadgets won't even work on Batman, because Batman has a gadget that he can upload through his computer device, and he can just hack all of Spider-Man's drones, and none of the Spider-Man's drones will work at all on Batman. That's the thing. Batman can easily annihilate all of his technology and his web shooters, so he can't do nothing with his web. So what I'm trying to say is, if these two actually encountered each other and they actually had a fight, who would be the winner? Well, in my opinion, that would be Batman, in the sense of an actual fight, not power scaling. Excuse power scaling, because think about it. If these dudes actually interact, they're not going to talk about their power scaling. You see what I'm saying? We're talking about an actual fight. Power scaling, fair enough. I'll give that to Spider-Man. But when it's an actual fight between categories and they actually interact with each other in the same universe or something, I got to give the winner to Batman. So therefore, your winner is...
I am vengeance. I am the knight. I am Batman.
So yeah, Batman is your winner. If you do have complaints, I will leave the Discord server of mine in the description. If you want to join and ask me why I gave Batman the winner, we could have a full discussion, me and Aquaman, with you. Just in case if any of y'all have contentions, which you guys probably will, you guys could join, talk to us, and maybe it will change your mind on why Batman would win this fight. So yeah. Other than that, that's the end of the video. Make sure y'all like and sub, turn on post notifications to let y'all know when I post another vid. Give me ideas actually on like other versus battle topics. I'll probably do comics versions this time and stuff like that. But yeah, other than that, till next time, y'all. See you.